So I'm in my studio and I want to set up a lighting scenario where on the ceiling here and along the walls, I get a RGB glow and I want to go with a red. And so this will end up being behind me. And that's when I sit at this desk. This is a chair I sit in. My camera goes up here and what you just saw is behind me. That's what I'm talking about. This would be the view of my camera going the other way, although the camera would be a little bit further back against the wall. So I've got small LED lights like this that a lot of people have. And you can do an okay job with this. That's probably brighter than it actually would be because I'm holding it right here below the ceiling, and in my shot, I wouldn't be able to do that. I'd have to position it on a little stand or off to the side, and it's very spotty. And then I also have some tube lights. This is one that I've shown on my channel, and this is even brighter, and that could potentially work too. But again, I have to position it off to the side or put it on a stand, and when you get it down lower, while it looks okay, looks like it could work, I'm thinking a larger, softer source would be the way to go. And so that's where I think this light could come in really handy. And so what is this light? Well, it is a large, soft RGB panel from Falcon Eyes. And it's inflatable, which I don't really know why it would be inflatable, but it is. This is my first time looking at this light, and so you're seeing this as I see it. And so what do we have in here? Well, we've got, this looks like some sort of a hood, I'm not sure. We'll look at that in a minute. This, I assume, is a grid to help keep the light directional. Got some clamps. This probably goes for the ballast, which is right here. This is a really large ballast. That can be good and bad, as that's pretty heavy to set up, but probably has a lot of control and gives the light its power. Speaking of power, you got large cables here, good size run, and this looks like a pump. Again, the inflatable part, I don't totally understand yet, but we'll take a look. And then this would be the bracket to mount that light. This is the actual light to mount this onto a stand. And one other thing this comes with that you saw from the beginning is a really nice travel case. This is the best case out of any of these type of lights that I've ever gotten. All right, now I got the light set up and it's going on to my background. I've got my above light on though, so let me turn that off real quick. So now the overhead lights are off and you can see that it's lighting up the background very nicely. Maybe a little bit hard to tell in this particular shot, but it's much more even than the smaller lights, which obviously makes sense. Now I've stopped way down on my camera to be able to get this shot, otherwise this would look overexposed, but that is the red RGB. I guess this is actually in the HSI mode and it's set to 360. And here's a wider shot of the floor up to the ceiling where you can really see how that is nicely illuminating this back section of the room. This of course has a dial to adjust the intensity of the light. So now it's dialing down. It's down to 0. And I'll swing it back up. You can see to my right there, the red is coming back. One thing too here is I'm not using the grid. I'm just using the softbox. And so it spreads the light out more. The grid pattern would make the light more directional, but in this scenario, I don't want to do that. Oh, and by the way, the inflatable aspect, yeah, you actually pump the light up and it inflates the softbox. So here's the pump. You open this up. That's a weird sound. So once you get it aired up, it just turns into like a little inflatable raft. And that's just the way it works. But in my testing so far, I don't think you have to do it. You don't have to inflate it, and it works fine. And by the way, the pump is a little bit sketchy. It worked okay, but this thing is not really very well made. It's plastic, and so who knows how long this will last, but it does what it needs to do. But again, I'm not sure you have to inflate this. And just as a reminder, This is the LED, and it's a very thin panel that actually will roll up. They call it a flexible panel. And so all the LEDs are in here. And then this, you don't have to use, though I do like it, and the softbox part especially. And really, I would just end up leaving the softbox on all the time. All right, here is the final look. And you can see that it's nicely wrapping around the wall, up into the ceiling area, and even over here. Now over here, I end up using the 2 LEDs I showed at the beginning. So all together then, these complete the look. The overall point is a large, soft RGB LED is pretty unusual. At least it is for me. It's the first one I've encountered. Now I know other ones are out there now, but it's pretty cool, and it is the main reason this all works. The light of course works as a traditional LED as well, and it's actually brightest in this mode. And it goes from 2500 up to just under 10,000 Kelvin. So it's bicolor. And of course it has scene modes too, where you can do effects like lightning, dance club, etc. I might use this as my new YouTube look. So who is the light for? Well, it's really for guys like me that run a YouTube channel and that do commercial and corporate and movie work. The light is very versatile, has all the effects, and it will work as an excellent key light. Additionally, if you travel, the way this fits into the case and can easily be taken onto a plane or thrown in your trunk makes it really great in that respect as well. And you can power the light with a V-mount battery, and so that makes it especially portable. The light is not cheap though. At the time of this video, it's just under 700 bucks. But I think it's worth it for some because the light is so versatile, travel friendly, and bright, especially for being so compact and portable. And by the way, when I was unboxing, I mentioned that little hood. At least that's what I thought it was, but I still can't figure out what it is, and it's not even in the packing list. And so if one of you guys out there has this light, let me know in the comments if you figured out what to do with that. To me, it almost looks like a tablecloth. If you're interested in any of the gear I've showed in this video, links are in the description. Well, thanks for watching, guys. This is Blake Calhoun. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.